Hey Maddy, I hope you're doing all right. Thank you for your story and your teaching. I really appreciated it. Um, I think what I appreciated the elements I really appreciated in your teaching was how easy it is to listen to you. You have a good flow. Use simple words, and your train of thought was in one direction. It's very easy to spread out, like I sadly often do. You stuck to the one idea of remembering, not forgetting, and I found that was just very, very good. Very easy to follow and not get distracted with other thoughts, but just follow what you were saying. The area where I thought uh, perhaps you could do better in the teaching was the really taking into account the context. Because you're speaking to moody students, I think like a passage of rereading the Transfiguration is good, but when you have little time, I think it'd be better used in perhaps developing on a thought or using using an activity instead of reading passages that I would consider everyone knows about. And it's like, oh yeah, Peter's referring to transfigure when he says it. We saw Christ transfigured. Well, most Moody students know. Hopefully, all Moody students know that they're referring to transfiguration. Also, the story of Dory was really good and cute, but I would have found it much more adapted to children and Sunday school. Whereas in a Moody class, I'd be more tempted to use stories that have more power and perhaps more depth to it. Like I'm thinking, the thing that came to mind when listening to you was Narnia, the Silver Chair, when Aslan gives them instructions to specific instructions to how to get to accomplish their mission, and they must repeat it day and day, every day. And as time goes on, the two children don't, and they forget, and then they get lost. And it's in the end, I think, it's saying the same thing, but it's just in the context of the class. Dory's is nice, but I'd be tempted to use it for when I'm teaching kids in Sunday school. But I'm not saying it's bad. It's just I think the context of the class, the age, who you're talking to can be better adapted or I don't know what word to use. Yeah, adapted to. Um, I think the pedagogical idea that you were trying to communicate is to be mindful of the testimony of what God has done in our own life, so that we can this testimony can be a light for those who are lost. I found you repeated it in different ways several times through your teachings. So that was very good. But honestly, the thing I found the best was that how you're able to break it down to something simple, clear, easy to follow, and I find that's sometimes one of the greatest challenge in teaching. So thank you very much for sharing what you learned through this text.